Suffering takes away sin. What is the logic to what I'm saying? What is the logic behind the statement that suffering pays for sin? Well, let's think about what sin is. Sin is pleasure, uh, a bad form of pleasure, or gain, because when you gain something, there's pleasure in that, and so ill-gotten gain or ill-gotten pleasure, that's what sin is. So isn't it logical if I steal $10 from you, isn't it logical that I would pay for that by giving up $10? By giving up $10, I pay for my stealing $10. So you see the logic. But to be realistic, I can't just pay back the pleasure that I have experienced. I have to pay in multiples of that pleasure. There are passages in the Bible where it says, pay back double or pay back 4 times what you stole. Regardless of how many times, twice or 4 times or whatever, still the idea is pain pays for sin, or loss pays for sin. Now at sharing time at church, I stood up once and spoke about this, and a woman stood up and refuted what I said, and something about Christ can take away sin, but suffering does not take away sin. That's what she said. My reply was to the effect that Christ can pay for sin if we, commit, or if we, that's part of our accepting Him, serving Him. But if we don't serve Him, then we have to pay for sin. I think that woman was saying we cannot pay for sin. Only Christ can do that. No. Christ saves us from having to do that. If we give up our independence and serve Him. Anyway, the context of this video is America getting bombed in nuclear war, Russian attack. And so my point is that destruction, that tremendous loss of wealth and life will pay for sin. And not necessarily all our sin. The Apostle Peter said something about if we suffer in the body, we are done with sin. Or that if we're willing to suffer in the body, or if we have the chance to run away and we choose not to run away, we stand there and take the pain, then that bravery or self-sacrifice will give us the strength to resist sin. And I think that's what it's saying, that we can develop character through suffering. And I think that's quite biblical. Paul talks along that line. And I'm just doing this, making this video without looking up in my concordance. So I cannot give you the Bible passages right now. In closing, let me repeat that the suffering we go through in nuclear war will take away some of America's sins. We have such a stockpile of sin in terms of over 50 million abortions and millions of gay bars and gay marriage and drug abuse, all kinds of stuff. And so we have such a backlog of sin that I don't know how much of a dent our suffering will make. In closing, let me say that there are 3 feast times in Deuteronomy 16:16, and they go with the 3 rituals in Leviticus 16. And the first goes with the first, the second with the second, and the third with the third, which translates into Pentecost being the time of the rapture, which is what the second ritual is actually symbolic of. The high priest stands for Christ going into the Holy of Holies, stands for going to heaven, and the bowl of goat's blood stands for Israel. By extension, it stands for the church. And carrying the bowl into the Holy of Holies stands for Christ carrying the church into heaven at the rapture. So that's why I say that the ritual, the second ritual, is about the rapture. And so the rapture in 2025, which is the beginning of June, that's when I expect the rapture, which is also the context is the Russian attack on America. That's what causes people's souls to depart this world. All right, that's all for now. Revelation 9, verse 5 does say the tribulation will last 5 months, a very short trip.